What happened with the mezuzah for me was that I studied the scroll, and the scroll was really what started to inspire me, because the scroll is what goes inside the mezuzah case. So that usually there's some kind of holder in the back, and the scroll looks like this, and it gets rolled up and put inside the case. And so, even though it's funny, I didn't believe in God, right? But I suddenly realized I was literally surrounded by this really religious, scroll. And the first line of the mezuzah is the Shema. And the Shema means hear, not just in your ear, but in your heart, that we're all one. And the second line basically talks about how to love God. And to love God is to love kindness and care for the earth and treat all things with truth and compassion. And if you uphold the teaching, there'll be peace on earth, and there'll be justice and protection for the soul. So that's the teaching, which is really lovely. And I thought, well, if there was a God, I would believe in that. That is something I could get behind. So the mezuzah became a vehicle for me for sort of like spreading the word and sharing what it is of this Jewish tradition, in the hope that there would be more people coming together and less us and them, more love in the world, that kind of thing. But then also the first line of the mezuzah was Shema, which means to hear that we're all one. And in the Jewish prayer service, the Shema, the letters are always written really big. And everybody stands up and they put their prayer shawls over their heads, and they really say this prayer like it means something, like it's really important. And I thought, well, if it's so important, our oneness, that we should hear that we're all one, does that mean that we're all one as Jews, or does that mean we're all one in the world? And what I think is that it means that we're all one in the world. And I wanted to see that oneness. If we're all one and there's one God for all of us, I want to see God in Hindu. I want to see it in Buddhism. I want to see it in Christ. And that's what this work is about. It's tying Judaism and our teachings into these other religions, and how the sounds, a lot of the language is similar and the concepts mean the same thing. And so it's really, I don't think it's a coincidence. And I've come through my own God questioning, and this work brings me to faith, and honestly I hope it will bring some other people to faith too.